I set myself up for failure. I love being loud and wrong, and this time I was very loud and very wrong. What's up, everybody? Here at the park, and I thought it would be very cold outside. Turns out it is quite the opposite. Not only is it not cold outside, but it is going to be pretty warm for the rest of the week. Now, there is a dip in temperature that is coming up, but it's a dip into the 50s. I thought for sure, looking at this, the weather in Sequoia National Park is... Now, the day we were supposed to get here, the temperature said it was going to be 7 degrees and that there was a cold front warning that was moving into the area where new snow was going to fall. And new snow did fall. That cold front did come, but is at an elevation that we are not at. We are not at that elevation. We are staying right outside the park, and it is 70 degrees. So now we're going to go into the park and see how cold can we get. We're at Patuisha Campground in Sequoia National Park. We were set to go on a hike, but there is a day use lot. However, the day use lot is too narrow for us to get into. So JJ hopped out and is talking to the camp host to see if there is a spot that we can park at just for a few hours while we hit this hike. The Patuisha, am I saying that right? The Patuisha campground is a dry campground. Most of the campsites in Sequoia National Park, I think, are dry sites. So no water, no power, no sewage, and you just pull in, you use generator. There's a lot of signs out here for bears, which I think is very cool. And what is the verdict?
The verdict is we are allowed to park in site 34. He was recording.
It is not meant for cars at all.
No, it's not meant for RVs.
Yeah, it's not meant for RVs.
It's only meant for cars.
Now we're gonna do our 4th loop around this campsite. Almost ran over a lizard. Here, lizard. All right, one more time.
Get back in your hole,
Get
squirrel.
back in your hole, squirrel. I know this couple.
Okay, we are doing the Marble Falls Trail here at Sequoia National Park. It's a little bit lower in elevation, so it's pretty warm today. It is about 6.5 miles, a little less than that, and we're gonna gain about like 1,200 feet of elevation, I think. And so it should be a good one.
Should be a good one.
Nope.
This is more of a day use area for people who are coming in to hike. And as you can see, I mean, except for like maybe right here, Steve Harvey wasn't coming back here. A lot of bear signs. Signage says, this trail ends at a cascading waterfall. It crosses some of the most rugged, least visited terrain in this park. If you go beyond the base of the Marble Falls, use caution. Water is slippery and rocks are wet. It's beautiful but dangerous. All of the signs say that you should bring water with you. JJ, what's the one thing I didn't bring with me?
Water. What's the one thing I asked you to bring with you?
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. What was it?
Water.
Oh.
You know I'm not carrying any trail snacks for you either, right?
I know you don't have any snacks for me. I'm a big boy. I got a lot of snacks in me already. I'm all snacks. I am a snack.
You are a whole ass snack. Courtney's approach to hiking is that I should carry everything he might need in my backpack. And today I said, no, you're carrying your own water for safety. And did he do it? No. Stay tuned to see how thirsty Courtney gets.
Bear fear.
Bear fear.
I'm out here thinking, yeah, it's gonna be about 40 degrees. Let's prep for 40 during the day, 20s at night. We are a mile into this hike, maybe, not even a mile. And it is a solid 80 degrees out here. Full sun, no shade. And like, not like a solid 80, like we were in 80. It was like 70 degrees where we were. Somehow it managed to get warmer. So far, it's beautiful. How you feel so far?
I feel good. I do a lot of training on the treadmill at the treadmill. I walk uphill on the treadmill at the gym to train for hiking.
She's drunk, everybody. Marble Falls hike is an out and back. It is about 6.5 miles, a little over 6.5. So it shouldn't be bad. 1,200 feet of elevation gain is, you know, not unlike any hike that we've done already. Because Sequoia National Park is lower in elevation than...
Just where we are right now is lower in elevation. A lot of the park is high elevation.
A lot of park is high elevation, but Sequoia National Park as a whole is not as high as the hikes we did when we were in Colorado.
That's true.
So Colorado was a training. We stayed at elevation for a decent amount of time before coming back down. We're kind of winded because the heart rate is kind of high, but not tired.
Mostly just hot.
Mostly just warm.
What a break.
It is warm out here.
Out here.
And these bugs are out here.
Yeah. I thought there was no bugs in California, but we're finding out there's bugs here.
Oh, plenty of bugs. A variety, multiple types.
Some of them going in my mouth.
I've sprayed myself, so I've been pretty good about bug contact, but this path is a bit more overgrown than we expected. And neither one of us covered our legs. And we would have covered our legs if we would have known.
Yeah. I will be leaving that in my trails review. Wear pants. We have now gone about 2.3 miles. We're about 1 more mile away from the falls. It is hot out here, but this was rated as, according to All Trails, this was rated as like one of the top 10 hikes of Sequoia National Park. If you did not know this, All Trails they do like a curated best of guide for all of the national parks. So you can kind of choose between what kind of hikes you're interested in doing if you go to a national park, which is a pretty cool feature.
We've already gone about 1,100 feet in elevation. We didn't record a lot on that because it was pretty much switchbacks and all uphill. But it seems like, if I can walk straight, we're going down towards these waterfalls, which means we gotta climb out, which should be a pretty good climb. And then it's all downhill for the 2.5 miles home. Also, this trail never widened. We were hoping it widened so we could stand next to each other and talk, but it is pretty narrow the whole way through. So if you're coming with a group, know that you're gonna have to come single file. And if you're coming as a duo, it's the ants go marching one by one. I mean, you could just go out here. I'm just out here being a tad more reckless than I should be. It's pretty cool. We are 3.3 miles in, 1,482 feet of elevation, and it's all worth it because we get these full waterfalls to ourselves. It's cooler up here, obviously, because this is ice melt. These rocks are cold to sit on. It's really nice. A little bit of shade. The water's probably really cold. You can get in it up here. Yeah. So the higher you climb, the more waterfalls. The higher you climb, the more waterfalls there are, and there are access to little pools that you can get into. This one might be the most dangerous because that's a cliff that goes straight down. This one seems a bit better. That rockiness, you know, that's dangerous, but up there are a couple of pools you can dip a toe in. I don't know. 3.8 miles is a long walk back to be wet, so I don't want to get in. But if I had more time up here, I think we would, right?
Woo! That is ice cold. His hand is already tingling after 30 seconds cold.
3 hours, 8 minutes, 1,589 feet, 6 miles, and 6.44 miles. It's almost six and a half.
Yeah.
You drunk?
Yeah, I'm drunk. No, my feet hurt. My dogs are barking.
Stop slamming into me.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's hard to walk in a straight line and look at the camera at the same time.
Oh my gosh.
You're not gonna only do one thing at a time. I would say that was a pretty good hike. Beautiful day.
I give it a 7.5.
7.5? I think I would only give it a 7.
I gave it 7.5 because the waterfalls, you can actually get in them.
Yeah.
And they're different kind of pools, and the water's cold, but like that's a pretty fun thing to do if you were here in a warm weather and you made that hike.
Yeah.
I only gave it a 7.5 though because I mean the first 2.5 miles are uphill.
Yeah. Although I didn't mind that because the slope was really gradual. So it like wasn't that trying, but the trail itself, not much variation, a little bit boring.
Yeah, same view, same kind of grassy. I will say going up the trail wasn't hard. Coming down the trail was the hardest part. A lot of drop-offs. So like where you're scrambling up, that's pretty easy, but coming back down made it real hard on the ankles.
Yeah, but if you're in this area, it's definitely a hike worth doing. I enjoyed it. The waterfalls were really cool.
Waterfall is very cool. Now we're gonna go back to Steve RV, do a tick check, quick wipe down so maybe we don't have any poison oak or ivy on us. The oils, wipe ourselves down, and then we're gonna hit this town and see what dinner's like around here. So if you watched the channel before, then you know post hike we usually do a fun meal. And even though this hike wasn't as hard as some of our other hikes, doesn't mean we can't have a fun meal.
For anyone that was worried about it, I'm happy to report that we made it to the bottom of the hike, the bottom of the trail, with plenty of, well, no, I won't say plenty. We made it with a little bit of water to spare. But that's only because we were rationing ourselves. But Courtney has agreed that next time he will bring his own water.
If it was warmer, I definitely would have brought water. If we didn't have Steve and it was warmer, I definitely would have brought water. I don't recommend coming on hikes without water. I just did it because I knew me. Well, I thought I knew me.
And you knew me. You knew I got you.
Just gave each other tick checks, and turns out we're pretty good. All right, so now we have to wipe ourselves down with these. I don't care for these. They still leave you kind of sticky. They're like baby wipes. But we're gonna wipe down our legs to make sure we don't have any foreign oils, now that we know we don't have any ticks. This also might be the first time since we've been on this trip that I've smelled the way I do right now. I smell like a steak and cheese. I smell like a...
I think that's being too kind to yourself.
I smell...
A steak and cheese probably smells delicious.
I smell like a French onion soup. I smell like what I think Lenny Kravitz smells like. All right, I can't keep that one.
Yeah, shout out Lenny. We got no beef with you.
No beef. No. You know, you just gotta hate on someone who is extra sexy.
Oh, hello.
And we are going to be out of our tri-tip, and we're known for our pulled pork.
Okay, great. I'm sure we'll figure it out.
Okay, we're gonna start with JJ. What'd you get?
I got a pulled pork sandwich. It's got pickles, BBQ sauce, coleslaw.
It looks pretty good.
Yeah.
So this place is known for their pulled pork, so that's why JJ got it. First bite?
It's messy. It's good. Very juicy. That smoke hits you first. Nicely cooked. And then you get the pickle and the coleslaw. I love it. I love it when They don't make you choose between pickles or coleslaw, and they give you both. That's the best.
And as for me, I got a chicken sandwich, or a chicken wrap. It looks like a chicken club, honestly. This is it. This is the cross section. I mean, my only concern is the chicken, if you can see, just looks a little dry, but everything else looks delicious. So let's see how this goes. Do you fully undress your wraps when it's wrapped in paper, or do you peel the paper back? I've eaten too much paper to trust myself. I'm surprised. The chicken has been heated up, so it's hot. Everything else is cold. Good contrast. Avocado's coming through. Wish it was a bit more salty, but this is a good wrap. Ooh, we gotta close the house up. We opened it a bit. We usually try to turn the fans on and open the bathroom for Waffles just in case he wants to use the restroom, and so that it isn't super hot in here. Now we have to find an ATM, coin op showers, and we definitely need to shower. We took wet wipe showers last night. Real low key vibe, wasn't that bad. Tonight, the way I smell, I'm gonna need some water to hit this body. I'm gonna need some water. And we have a shower in here, and we could take a shower in here. And I know we run into these issues, and it's just like, why do you have a shower if you don't use it? In this circumstance, we don't have plumbing. We don't have a sewer connection. And for 2 people to take a shower, that pretty much would fill our tanks immediately, and dumping is gonna be a bit difficult for us. So instead of running all of that water, we're just going to pay 50 cents a piece and take a quick hot shower.
Yeah, it's also just more convenient to shower at the campground shower, because then you don't have to worry about like all the moisture in here. Usually I have more space to spread out. We keep the cat litter box in the shower, in the, what do you call that thing, the shower pan.
I would say total market, not terrible.
Not terrible.
After getting into it, I give my wrap a... Wow. Boldy James came in with a hard message. All right. I give my wrap a 6.
I give my pulled pork sandwich a 7.
I give it a 6 because it was dry. The chicken was dry, but you know, all of the other ingredients were fresh. There were cucumbers on there. I do mess with a cucumber on a wrap. So cucumbers, tomatoes, onion, mayo, and avocado. All of that was fire, so it offset the chicken.
Yeah, the pulled pork, honestly, pretty decent pulled pork sandwich, especially for just like a random, like side of the road place. My biggest thing would be I wanted more pickles and more coleslaw.
And now we are on the road. We're gonna hook up power only, and then put out the Starlink. Are we putting on Starlink?
Yeah, because I gotta keep working.
Okay, so power and Starlink when we get back, and then tomorrow we have another adventure, so stay tuned.
Yo, what's up, Keith?